Hey y'all, it is Brushy Bert. We are here in Big Cypress, the southern terminus for the Florida Trail, and getting ready to take off. It is the beginning here of the trail, and the Mosquito Republic is here for the 24-25 year. A little bit dry here at the moment. It's a little bit in drought season, but it's an El Nino year, so we expect that it's going to get wetter and colder before you know it. Beautiful out here. Like a black rat snake there. Just hanging out. Several gators hanging out. Gators on top of gators, it looks like. Alright, it's swamp time. Alright, baby cottonmouth. He just needs time to get out of his way. So he's going away though. Lots of them out here in Big Cypress. The first one we come across laying right on the trail. But we'll leave him alone. Okay, I'm about 4 miles in at the moment in Big Cypress. It's pretty dry. Most of this area usually has some water, you can kind of see. We're not running into a lot of areas to get water at the moment. Most of this area though is also usually has, you can probably see where it's like got about 1.5 feet more water, maybe 2 foot. But it is looking pretty dry at the moment. Actually traveling with somebody else. I got duck foots back behind me, so just let them catch up a little bit. So I got here a little bit later. So actually we'll probably go to 7 Mile Camp and call it a night. But yeah. All right, actually coming across a little bit of water. You definitely see how high the water gets up here. So that's probably about 2.5 maybe foot. It's pretty shallow at the moment. It's been kind of chilly, dry, a little bit of a breeze. sure it'll get pretty nippy tonight. Yeah, just getting into the good first of the Cypress. So the water's really low for this side. So that's why we're cruising so quick. If anybody wondering, I'm not traveling by myself. I got Duckfoot with me too. He's back there. Hey. Hey y'all. And yeah, water's a little chilly too right now. So day one looking good so far. Alright, got another little baby cottonmouth right here. So, okay, we'll go around him. He's not being aggressive or anything. So, a lot of solution holes here too. But we are still rolling on. Leave you be, buddy. Have a good little snake day. All right, myself and Duckfoot have made it to 7 Mile Camp, which was our goal today from the late start. So it's getting dark. There was literally like no water today, only a couple spots. So it was like an idea time to pass through. But we hope we see a little bit more. Now that's the first night. We would like to see a little bit more water, a little bit more wildlife going on. But we had 2 cottonmouths and a couple garter snakes. But the volunteers that did just a tremendous job here clearing the trail. This is the clearest I've ever seen, and it's like really clear, and it's very dry out here, so it's like I've never seen it without no water in so many areas. But there's been a couple people that we've passed, and the trail, I guess you'd say that it was pretty busy today for what it is. So, and all the volunteers of the Florida Trail are out here everywhere doing work. So, but yeah, Camp 7. So that's beautiful out here too. It is just beautiful. So first night, all was good, and be ready to continue tomorrow. There's a rattlesnake. Pretty large eastern diamondback there. Look at the size of the rattle on him. Got about 10 rattles. I'm gonna let him go. Nope, he's coming back on us. Anyways, we want to stay away from him. So I'm gonna shut off here so we can go around. Okay, we got some panther prints, and we're getting into the more water. We're right past 10 Mile Camp. Just not a lot of water in the moment. Just a little bit of swamp happening. But like you see, it's only like just a few inches. But we're not in the deeper spots yet. Still yet to come. And I'm not seeing no alligators at them either, so just seeing snakes. But I expect that when we get by the cypress domes, we're going to start seeing more alligators, because they're kind of grouping around in the water areas because the water's so low. I could tell that from the Oasis Visitor Center. There was a lot of gators in there when there's usually only a couple. So, what a beautiful plant out here in the tree. Yeah, we did see some alligator prints that followed the trail for a while going our direction, and then it eventually turned off. But mostly what we're encountering right now is just really mud. All these trail plants are all exposed, so just a lot of really muddy. The suction mud actually hasn't been too bad up to this point either, so, but I suspect that'll probably change. I see a beautiful cypress dome right there. That's awesome. For me, it's a kick just to see how low this water is. I've heard about it, I've never actually seen it like this. So much swamp that has nothing in it right now. Idea, if you're avoiding alligators, this is the time right now. So, and we are going to do some measurements of the water when we get into the Oak Hill and Ivy Camp to see if we can match with the Eden 6 water monitor. Oh, we can kind of have an idea of what the water height is before we even get down here. See a few domes around. Haven't seen no bear tracks yet though, so, but also the volunteers are out doing stuff, so I don't know that it scared them out of the area, but I just haven't seen no prints yet. But I also suspect that when we get over to 13 Mile Camp going north, that we're gonna start having some around, at least at night, but somewhere in there. Oak and Ivy. All right, so we are getting around Flag Pond. Getting a couple little water spots now. Haven't seen no gators. I think the last one I seen was over at Flag Pond. And there was a comment recently that somebody else ran into one there. So there must be one hanging around there. That's where I had the big male gator bellowing at me. So, everything's just looking kind of dry. There's domes back there. Getting a lot of mud areas. And just some short areas like that of just the water. Mostly here it's just like all mud. Making it ideal if you're trying to make some fast time in here. All right, we had to make a small well because we're just not running into any water. All the water sources seem to be dried. Found a spot that we could actually dig out. It's before Gator Hole and after the last the Flag Pond, but yeah, it's right off of the trail here. So hopefully if any other hikers are coming through here, they'll be able to see it at least this year. And we got enough water. That was all of our main water sources were completely gone. Everything's as dry as a bone right now. So, but we got enough water now. We can make it to Camp 13, and then that will be the end of our day. So we should have at least enough water. So no good domes to get water from on this particular area, but all right, we'll continue on. All right, hey y'all, it is Brushy Burt on day 3, and everything is just super dry. And I know I probably mentioned that we dug a well to get some water. There's just not a lot of water out here right now. This is probably looks like about 2 foot, 2.5 foot maybe low. We are almost at the gator hole. Another hiker has already seen it. I ran into it before, so we don't know if anybody will be home today. Also, some of these mud holes are deep. But still rolling good, and don't know how it's going to be yet. We're going to take measurements at the Oak Hill area, so we're trying to get to Oak Hill today. That's the goal. And other than that, we're just trucking along. I'll check back with you. All right, we're now getting to a little bit more watery side. Still heading towards Oak Hill. Still get a little moving water. Looks pretty clear. Got a lot of suction mud and everything, but even with everything dried out, it still looks good out here. It's so awesome, some of these cypresses. A lot of air plants. Yeah, it's like low, maybe just over the top boot height. Although we still got probably around 3.5 miles to go to Oak Hill Camp. Had a rough day yesterday. It's a little slow start today. A little sluggish. We're rolling on. We'll have that. But haven't seen any snakes today. And then here's the twos, and they're just a beauty in the swamp. Just as you look around, a lot of beauty. Did see some bear tracks, but no sign of bears yet. No sign of panthers. And no skunk apes. Just some swamp hiking though. It is definitely swamp time. All right, we have located water. We still got 2.5 miles to Oak Hill. We're starting to see it more often, but now we're seeing a lot of it. Not deep, but still slick. with the mud. Tired of fighting mud today that we roll on. Yeah, I haven't seen no alligator trails. Well, I've seen the trails, I haven't seen the prints. But make sure Duckfoot was still back there. And back to some dry land. So, yep, that's a relief. Just to be out of the mud for a minute just is a blessing itself, you know, especially on day 3 out here. Yeah, getting closer now to Oak Hill. It's been a mile anyway, in between all the domes. So getting close. Just in high water. Everything's looking really dried right now, other than that. Lots of things in the water to catch your toe. I managed to make it 2 trails down here without falling down, and this time I fell twice already. What is that egg? It looks like maybe minnows. Not for sure. Yep, don't know what that was. If anybody knows, leave it in the comment below. I'd certainly be interested to know what that is. Might be insects, might be animal, I'm not for sure. But yeah, we're getting closer. It ain't got us yet, so everything's all good and still manageable to get through pretty easily. So, or not real easy, but this mud has got every part of my leg sore right now. My thighs are burning. And I can't manage to not step on a hole every 10-15 minutes. But yeah, we're still rolling on. All right, hey y'all, it is day 4 here at the Mosquito Republic. And we are out here in the Black Lagoon, which has got about shin-high water at the moment. But we're just getting through it. Camped at Oak Hill. Just exhausted today. We did see that somebody has abandoned a backpack and their tent and everything. And it looks like they got out of here in a hurry, so that's too much for us to carry that much out. We can carry a little bit of trash, but man, that one's just too heavy. And wait, nah, yeah, it's starting to get almost knee high. Almost knee high. Just kind of scouting out, you know, making sure. Cottonmouth, seeing a few cottonmouths and the rattlesnake, but not really seeing gator action. But I know they're in the deeper water now, so this is probably, you kind of tell that at the Oasis Visitor Center that they had so many gators there. And when the waters get deep everywhere, you don't see them, only a couple of them there. At least with my experience, but haven't seen any out here, but I know this is one of the deeper areas. So we're just keeping our eyes peeled. Really beautiful out here though. And today we're only doing a 4-mile Ivy camp. That way we'll be staged to go from Ivy to hit the rest area, and then we'll go to Noble's campsite, and then into the reservation the day after that. So 4 miles today, rougher terrain, so yeah, we don't want to do no extra miles on that. We're still trying to hill from yesterday. But this area can get really high in water. And this one feeds off of that one stream, is my belief. So that's why the Eden 6 is the one to check. I'm taking measurements today. Alright, I'm going to cut off for a minute because I do see something ahead. Okay, still got 2.5 miles to go to camp. Getting into an area that's called Deep Swamp. And then we get into a place that has more solution holes. Oh, look at that tree, that's a beauty. So, running into about shin high water. And we'll stay on alert for gators and snakes, but everything's rolling good. I've only seen one snake today. Okay. Takes a while to go through all this muck though. This takes it's like a little bit of slop on the bottom, and you can't tell if there's a root or anything until you step there. Sometimes you can see them, but sometimes not. When you step down, you're in a freaking hole. Or but for the most part, everything's clear. So I'm gonna really hit that one area that the mud was getting really, really thick around the flag pond. So. Yeah, day 4 is definitely taking its toll. We get to our area that to stage for the trip out tomorrow. That's the famous Big Cypress Preserve. have been seeing a few bear tracks too. So around a couple of the cypress domes, but we haven't ran into one this time around yet. Alright, almost getting to Thank God Camp. Thank God we're almost there. I don't know if this will continue on. We're both just deep in this section. It's just mud, the suction mud. And, so we'll see. Take a short break and see how we feel. And, we've been hearing thunder, starting to get some cloud coverage, which is good. So we're out here roasting. Yeah, it's looks like a couple of rain clouds. It sprinkled last night, but other than that, we haven't seen no rain. But yeah, thankful for the clouds. Thank the little things. Just miles and miles of what it looks like right here. And we roll on. Almost to Ivy. Not too much further to go. A lot of really thick mud in here, suction mud, but just wanted to mention that. But it's you know, between Thank God Camp and Ivy. All right, good morning all. All right, we are now in Ivy Camp. I didn't do a late video last night. We were pretty deep, so but it looks like it's nice and clean here. And they've also built this platform, so that's pretty sweet. So I don't know what else they're gonna do with it, but yeah, that's pretty awesome there. And yeah, today we are headed out of Big Cypress. So it's gonna be a little bit more of the slop and all the you know, shin high water probably. So once we get there, you know, we're going of course right to the rest area. We're going to dedicate this video to the potato chips I'm probably going to eat there, but yeah, we're ready to roll, and we'll see you on the trail here. All right, we have left Ivy. So far, just running into suction mud, shin high water, a few solution holes, not a lot. Of course, our body's screaming for calories, man. It's what's keeping us going at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna make a fortune selling vending out here. Got a little bit of cloud and cover and haze. All the blazes are freshly painted. All the trail is freshly cleared. So there's not really too many, you know, issues with that as far as trees down and stuff, because of the great volunteers there from the trail. So but shin high water is about what you're going to encounter right here. At least if you're hiking soon, so about this time of year anyway. Okay, we're still cruising through past Ivy, going towards Alligator Alley. Not out of the water yet. Little bit of a suction mud. It's starting to see a lot more leg breaking solution holes. Still a couple Cypress domes going on. One there, one over there, one there, one behind us. About shin high water. Yeah, just glad we're on the final stretch here. Day 5. Of course, the toughest spot being the Ivy to Oak Hill. Yeah, 4-mile stretch, man. Pure water and mud and everything imaginable. Tough section, but it does end. That's the good news. All right, we'll stop right here and take 5. All right, getting close to the end of Big Cypress. So not a bad day. And I see the fence right there. We have made it side to side. We did a 5-day. Really nice to know that we're at the end though. But beautiful to see in there. Nice to go. All right, we are now on the north side of Big Cypress.